We've been married 30 years, just celebrated our pearl wedding. I'm sure there are people who've been married for a lot longer than that in here tonight. Give us a big wave if you've been married 40 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. Oh yeah, you say that's pretty 60, that's a long time, isn't it? No, I feel like an apprentice now, 30 years. I do, honestly. But I'm still quite romantic. Are there any more romantic men in the room? I said romantic, not rheumatic. Now come on. Behave yourselves. No, it's true. I'm quite romantic. And the problem is, when you're married for a long time, it's hard, isn't it, boys? No, I mean, it's hard to keep it. No. It's hard to keep them happy. You don't know what to do. You try your hardest. I mean, I do my best to always buy what she wants for birthdays and things like that. But it's really hard. And it came to the pearl wedding. I thought, I don't know what to do here. I don't know. She come downstairs on the morning, and I said, "Good morning, happy anniversary, darling." Because I'm like that. It's a creep. I said, what do you want to go to? What do you want to do on our wedding anniversary? She said, "Take me somewhere expensive." So I took her to the petrol station. It was the cleanest place I could, honestly. I thought, right, crash out. It's true. And then I said, "I'll tell you what." I said, "I've got 3 hours to spare. Go and get ready." I'll try that one again. "I've got 3 hours to spare." Go, never mind. You'll get it about 2 o'clock. Oh, that's what he meant. And she said, "Why? What we're going to do?" I said, "I'm going to take you back and I'm going to recreate our courtship." How about that, girls? You're looking at me now going, "My God, he is romantic." Now, I've got to tell you that we met and we grew up together in a lovely little fishing village just north of Manchester called Bury. All right, it's not a fishing village, all right. It's famous, it's quite famous, Bury. It's famous for the market, yeah, black pudding, and that fantastic football club, Bury Nil. Bury Nil. Do you know Bury Football Club used to have a manager called Alan Nil? They did, honestly, Alan, what a name for a manager, Alan Nil. And while he was at Bury, his wife, who incidentally was Spanish, gave birth to their first child, a little boy, and everybody was really pleased. Until you know what they called him? They called him Juan. He was called Juan Nil. Juan Nil. You wouldn't do it. But there must be something in the water in Bury, because the Neville brothers, you know Philip and Gary Neville, they come from Bury, and their dad's called Neville. Who on earth does that? These people are not well. So I said, "Come on, get ready, we're going back to Bury." She said, "Oh, great." I said, "Right, come on." So we sets off in car, we got to Bury, and it's not changed a lot, it's not. Some of the pubs were still open that we used to go and drink in, and the Pally had gone. We built an oldie. You build all this anyway. I made a few drinks, and I said, "Right, come on, we're going for a walk at the side of the Irwell," because that's where we used to do our courting. We used to go to a place called Burrs Mill, it's now called Burrs Country Park. I couldn't believe it. Honestly, and they put a caravan site there and everything's lovely. The mill's gone, but the little path where we used to go on the cobblestones was still there. We walked down and sat at the side of the River Irwell. And in our day, when we were young, we used to put our feet in the water, dangle our feet in the water. Because in those days, the water was always lovely and blue. Because they made Dolly Blue just up the road in Tottington. You could take your shoes off, and when you took your foot out, it looked like you got a new pair of blue pumps. Look at them, new pumps. So we were sat there just gazing round, and all of a sudden she went, "Hey," I said, "What?" She went, "Look over there." I went, "What?" She went, "Look, there's the tree." I said, "What?" She said, "There's the tree." I said, "What tree?" She said, "Where we used to shelter." I said, "Really?" She said, "I'm sure that's the one." And we went over to the tree, and carved on the tree, you could see where I'd once carved, "CC loves BC." Oh, I know that. I didn't know I was that artistic. Honestly, I couldn't believe it was still there after all those years. It's still carved in the tree. I was amazed, a little tear. I thought, "Oh, that's sweet, isn't it?" And then I looked round and I said, "Hey," she said, "What?" I said, "Look over there." She said, "What?" I said, "There's the fence." Keep it clean. She said, "What fence?" I said, "You know the fence where I first propped you up and showed you how much I loved you." She said, "It wasn't leaning that much." I said, "That wasn't me, I was pushing in the other direction." I said, "Wouldn't it be nice for old time's sake if we just strolled across to the fence?" She went, you daft bug. I went, no, come on. So we went across. I said, just lean against the fence and I'll just give you a kiss like I used to. She went, well, I said, go on. Oh, okay. So I gave her a kiss. I went, and she went, woohoo. And I thought, blimey, I'll give her another kiss. I went, She went, woohoo. I thought, here we go, get stumping, dick your bread. Honestly, 30 years on, I did it like I'd done all those years. It was the best minute of my life. No. She went wild. She was screaming and scratching me back and shouting. I said, you weren't like this 30 years ago. She went, this fence was electrified 30 years ago. Oh dear. Oh, the sad news is I can't believe it's 20 past 8. It's time for me to go. And it's been lovely, hasn't it? It really is. That's the one reason I hate Tuesdays, because I'd love to stay all night, I really would. But I know you want to play your bingo, and I wish you all luck at bingo. I'm going to finish off with a song by Mr. Neil Diamond. Do you all like Neil Diamond? Great stuff. We're going to have a big sing-along with this one. It's called Sweet Caroline. You've been a lovely audience. Thanks very much. Here we go. You can't beat a laugh, can you? Where it began, I can begin to know it, but now I know it's going strong. Was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Here we go. Touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Everybody come on. Sweet Caroline. Whoa, good times never seem so good. Oh, I'm feeling inclined to believe there never was, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. You fill it up with only two. And when I hurt runs off my shoulders. How could I hurt when loving you? Whoa, whoa, touching water, reaching out, touching me, touching you, everybody. Sweet Caroline. Whoa, good times never seem so good. Oh, I'm feeling fine to believe there never was, but now. Right, this is it now. Big finish. Big holiday, big shot, big finish. I hope you have a lovely week, and I hope you have an even better time come Christmas, which is not far away. All the best for 2015, folks. Thanks for being a great audience. Sweet Caroline. Oh, good times never seem so good. Oh, I'm feeling blind to believe there never was. Oh, my sweet Caroline. Thanks a lot, thank you. Thanks very much, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, could you please put your hands together for the one and only Mr. Clive. Go!